Hey, kid, what are you doing alone this time of night?
I'm looking for my mom and dad. They're lost.
Well, how long have you been looking for them?
11 years.
Now that's what I call lost.
Hey kid, it's time you give up.
Yeah, I'm gonna find them.
Now there's something I ain't heard since 1928.
What?
Optimism.
Optimism? What have we got to be optimistic about? Look at us. Life's a nightmare.
Well, you gotta have a dream
Traffic rattling overhead.
to wake you from your nightmares.
Empty pockets?
At least you got pockets. Freezing fingers. Good thing you got them empty pockets.
Newspapers for blankets?
You can read in bed.
Kid, you should have been a politician.
Yeah. You should have run against Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this. Former President Herbert Hoover said today in an interview, though I am in no way personally responsible for the 1929 stock market crash, I have the deepest sympathy for the millions who are ragged, hungry, and homeless.
Ragged!
Hungry.
Homeless! Today we're living in a shanty. Today we're scrounging for a meal.
Today I'm stealing golden flyers. I could see.
I used to winter in the tropics. I spent my summers at the shore. I used to throw away the papers. We don't anymore. We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover, for really showing us the way. We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover. You made us what we are today. Prosperity was round the corner. A cozy cottage built for two. In this blue heaven that you gave us, yes, we're turning blue. You offered us our Smith and Hoover. We paid attention and we chose. Not only did we pay attention, we paid through the nose.
In every pill we said the cheap
But Herbert Hoover, he forgot. Not only don't we have a chicken,
You ain't got the blood.
hey Herbie, you left behind a grateful nation. So Herbert, hats are off to you. Herbert, hats are off to you. We're out to hear with admiration.
You think you might live to do.
Come down and share some Christmas dinner. Be sure to bring the missus too. Bring the missus too. We got the turkey for our stuffing. Why don't we stuff you? We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover, for really showing us the way. You dirty rat, you bureaucrat, you made us what we are today. Come and get it, Herb!
We'd like to thank you.
Yeah, he did all right. Now, all you bums, out of here!
They're not bums.
Oh yeah? Well, we're tearing this junk pile down. You're coming with me.
There. That's all the fresh air you get for the month.
Miss Hannigan, Miss Hannigan, Miss Hannigan, Miss Hannigan.
What?
You know your favorite shiny satin souvenir pillow from Coney Island?
Yeah?
Well, Molly threw up on
Hey, what have you got there?
Nothing, Miss Hannigan.
What have you got there?
Dead mouse.
Get to work, all of you!
K-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jello family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jello family. Let's go. Yum, yum, yum. Jello pudding. Yum, yum, yum. Jello pudding. Jello pudding.
Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove for herself what so many women long to prove, that because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over, that romance can live in life at 35 and after.
Oh, merciful God, I hope so. Yeah?
Good afternoon. Miss Hannigan, is it?
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Lieutenant Ward, 17th Precinct. We found your runaway. Hey, you! Come here!
Annie! Annie! Hi, Annie! Thank you so much, officer. Oh, children, guess what?
What?
There's hot cocoa and ginger snaps for you in the recreation room.
What recreation room?
Shoo, shoo, shoo! Shoo! Thank you so much, officer.
Yeah, all in the line of duty, ma'am. We found her in one of them Hoovervilles down by the docks. She had a mangy mutt with her, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin. Out in the freezing cold with just this thin sweater. I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thank you so much, officer.
All in the line of duty, ma'am. And as for you, don't let me ever hear that you ran away again from this nice lady.
She is not.
Thank you so much, officer.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Now, I'm gonna have your head. And the next time you walk out that door, it'll be 1953. Well, are you glad to be back?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar! What is the one thing that I have always taught you? Never tell a lie. Well, what is the one thing I have never always taught you?
Never tell a lie, Miss Hannigan.
For what you done, I could get fired. Have the Board of Orphans sticking their noses in here. Well, you'll pay for it, I promise. Stay.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yeah?
Oh, good. I'm Grace Farrell.
So?
And the New York City Board of Orphans
Oh,
suggested
wait a minute,
that
hold it. I can explain everything. It wasn't my fault, you see. It was Annie here who got into Bundle's laundry hamper and I
Hannigan.
know that I should have called Mr. Donatelli instead of the
Miss
cops, but
Hannigan, please. I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Hold it. I get it, sister. If it's beauty products you're peddling, I don't need any. Now get out.
Miss Hannigan, I am not peddling anything. I'm private secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
Oliver Warbucks? The Oliver Warbucks?
The Oliver Warbucks.
I love your hat. Why don't you have a seat right here? You know, I read in Winchell's column that Oliver Warbucks is the world's richest unmarried man.
I wouldn't know. I don't read Mr. Winchell. Miss Hannigan, Mr. Warbucks has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays in his house.
An orphan?
Yes, an orphan.
You sure you wouldn't rather have a lady? I got 2 weeks coming. It was a joke. What kind of orphan is he looking for?
Oh, I don't know. I guess she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi, capital M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I, double P-I, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
And how old?
Oh, age doesn't matter. Say age, 9, 10, 11. admission. Mr. Warbucks prefers red-headed children.
11, a redhead. No, I'm afraid we don't have any orphans like that around here.
But what about this child right here?
Annie? Oh no, you don't want Annie. She's a drunk and a liar. She is a drunk and a liar.
Yes, I'm sure she's a drunk and a liar. Annie. Annie, come here. Would you like to spend the next 2 weeks at Mr. Warbucks' house?
I would love to. I would really love to.
Hold it! Now, you can have any orphan in the orphanage, but not Annie.
Why?
I just told you.
Miss Hannigan, if this has something to do with all of this business about a laundry bag and the police, perhaps I should contact Mr. Donatelli down at the board and say, sign it.
Oh, sign it. I'm an easy gal to get along with. If it's Annie you want. It is Annie you get.
Oh, well, it's Annie I want.
Oh, and it's Annie you get.
Oh, boy. Now, if you'll get her coat, I'll take her along right away.
Coat? She don't got no coat.
Oh, well, all right. Then we'll buy one.
I'm getting a coat.
She's getting a coat. We'll go to Bergdorf's and buy a warm winter coat.
Oh, boy.
Now, if you'll just come along, my dear. Mr. Warbucks' limousine is waiting outside.
I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Hey, kids, I'm getting out for Christmas. I'll write to ya.
Bye, Annie.
Well, good afternoon, Miss Hannigan, and season's greetings.
Yeah, season's greetings. Someday I'll land in the nut house with all the nuts and the squirrels. There I'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little girls.
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Good afternoon, Drake. Everyone.
Yes?
Has Mr. Warbucks returned yet?
Not yet. His flight from Chicago arrived at 3:30. We're expecting him at any moment.
Miss Farrell, do you really live in this train station?
We really live here.
Oh, boy.
Mrs. Greer?
Yes, miss.
Mrs. Greer, has the carpet been laid down in the dining room?
Yes, miss.
Great. And has the Steinway been tuned?
Yes, miss.
Everything is in order, Miss. Mrs. Pugh has prepared his favorite dinner.
New England clam chowder,
Wonderful.
Kentucky fried chicken,
Wonderful.
Idaho potatoes,
And?
baked Alaska.
Fine.
It really will be good to see Mr. Warbucks again, miss.
Yes. 6 weeks is a really long time, isn't it?
Yes, miss.
Everyone, if you'd all please come here for a moment.
Everyone, quickly, everyone.
Everyone, this is Annie. She's going to be with us for the next 2 weeks for Christmas.
Yes.
Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone.
May I take your coat, Miss?
Will I get it back?
Yes, of course you will, dear.
I really love my new coat, Miss Farrell.
I'm glad. Now, Annie, what would you like to do first?
Well, the floors. I'll scrub them. And then the windows.
Oh, no, dear. No, Annie. You won't have to do any housework while you're here.
I won't.
Well, of course not. You're our guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a swell time. Cecile will pick out all your clothes.
Green is your best color. No blue, I think.
Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Greer.
Bubbles. No soap, I think.
Annette comes in to make your bed. George is in the rear.
I've never even picked up a racket.
Have an instructor here by you. Oh, and get that Don Fudge fellow if he's
I
available.
think I'm gonna like it here.
When you wait, ring for drink. Drink will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away. No need to pick up any toy.
That's okay. I haven't got any anyway.
No finger will you lift, my dear.
We have but one request, to put us to the test.
I know I'm gonna like it here. Used to in a tent where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow, can someone pitch me please? Ow, she didn't mean it!
We never had a little girl.
I'm very good to volunteer.
We hope you understand, your wishes are command. We know you're gonna like it here. Welcome!
Hey, wait 6 weeks. Where the hell is everybody? Welcome home, Mr. Warlock.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
And how was your flight from Chicago?
Not bad. Only took 17 hours. Had to land 8 times. Anyway, first things first, has that painting arrived from Paris yet?
Oh, yes, they're just about to put it out now.
No, I don't think so. Grace, messages?
Why, yes, sir, there's lots of messages. President Roosevelt at the White House, he'd like you to call him back.
I'll call him back tomorrow. Anyone else?
Yes, John D. Rockefeller and Mahatma Gandhi and Harpo Marx.
Nothing urgent. What did Harpo want?
He didn't say.
Wait a minute. You know, I could learn to live with this thing. Hang it someplace.
Mr. Warbucks, I'd
And
like to...
Mrs. Pugh.
New England clam chowder,
Wonderful.
Kentucky fried chicken,
Wonderful.
and
I don't think I'll be having dinner tonight. I've got hours of paperwork to get through.
wonderful.
Well, it's good to see you all again.
Sir.
Great, dismiss the staff. And Grace, if you'll just get your notebook.
Yes, sir.
Who is that?
Mr. Warbucks, this is Annie. She's going to be spending the next 2 weeks. She's going to be here with us for Christmas.
Annie, the orphan?
Yes.
But that's not the orphan. Orphans are boys.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. You just said orphan. So I picked a girl.
So it's Annie, huh? Annie what?
Sir?
What's your last name, child?
Oh, I'm just Annie. I don't have a last name that I know of.
So it's just Annie, huh?
Just Annie. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
I don't suppose you'd like to meet Babe Ruth.
Oh, boy. Sure. Who's Babe Ruth?
Well, I couldn't be happier you would spend Christmas with us. Grace, we'll start with the figures for the iron ore shipments from Toledo
Yes, sir.
to... Grace, what are we supposed to do with this child?
It's her first night here, sir.
Oh, it's her first night. Annie, it's your first night, is it? Well, we got to do something special for you. Have a seat.
A movie?
Would you like to go to a movie?
Oh, boy. Sure. I've heard lots about them, but I've never been to